Hi! Welcome to the FunFab Drawing Collab. I am so excited that you're here. Listen, the first thing I want to do is to reassure you that if you are totally new to drawing, like totally new, I got you, okay? So these are your directions if you are totally new. You are going to start at stage 0, which is the supplies classroom. In that supplies classroom, I will go through the list of things that you might want to grab if you're starting from scratch. Okay? Then there are 6 classrooms that follow that. They're labeled 1 through 7. Actually, that means there's 7. I can't do math. I can draw a circle, but no, I can't do math. So then you go through in order, stages 1 through 7. They all have kind of fun fantasy little names for you to make things fun. And when you progress through each of the classrooms, as you finish, you'll actually get a certificate of completion for all your hard work and to say congratulations, you're doing an awesome job, because you are, especially if you've never done this before. So kudos to you. So yes, it's very easy to just follow along. When you're done with classroom 7, you can literally go to any classroom, anywhere you would like in the FunFab Drawing Club, and you can draw with success. Okay, so all the basics are taught through those classrooms. Now, you will notice we start off in classroom number 1 doing Zentangling. So I'm going to give you a little synopsis of how the first 7 classrooms work, especially, again, if you're new and you're new to the club. So we start with Zentangling because number 1 doesn't require any skills or many skills. If not skills you can't just pick up super quick. Number 2, it's super fun, and you'll see that fun is my number 1 priority for everything I teach, because if you're having fun, you're going to do it more often. And if you're going to do it more often, you're going to learn some things. If you learn some things and then you practice because you're doing it more often, you're going to get pretty good. So if you're not already familiar with my FARTS acronym, that stands for fun, attitude, repetition, technique, and that all adds up to success. So that's my special sauce formula, and it works, my friends. It works like gangbusters, even if you're 84 and you've never done it before. And I know that because I have a literal 84-year-old starting from scratch, and she's killing it. So there. So you're not too old to start if you're new. So we start off with Zentangling in stage 1, that classroom, because it's easy, it's fun, and it gets you started. But it also introduces you to a very I'm sneaky in the way I teach, I know. It introduces you to a very specific exercise, which is using different line weights. So you're going to use at least 3. So you're going to have fine, skinny, and fat. If you don't have the recommended set, that's okay. You can just use different shape Sharpies if you're just getting started. All right. So as long as you have some varying line weights, you're good to go. And I have my recommended brands. But again, if all you have is Sharpies and you want to dive in, you can do that. Awesome. Okay, so you're going to start off there. In stage 2 classroom, you're going to be using a pencil set for the first time. And we're going to start using also different line weights, just like we did in Zentangling. We're going to also use different line weights in pencil. And the way that you achieve different line weights in pencil is by using a pencil set, which again, I will also give you reference to. In the classroom, you will see me using Blackwing pencils. So I have a little code for if you love Blackwings, you're still using a pencil set depending on the Blackwing that you're using. Blackwing is just like this fancy schmancy pencil that I love to use that you'll see me using. But when you go to the classroom, supplies classroom, you'll see what this all means, but you'll want to use a pencil set. So in stage 2, we'll be using different line weights, just like we use different line weights in stage 1 classroom, okay? But this time we're going to be doing it in pencil. And then, because we're going to be very quickly segueing into shading. So you'll see very quickly, we have this whole theme of sort of like 3 line weights in pencil and in pen, fat, thin, super thin, okay, which then translates into shading as we progress. Now you'll notice, and we progress very quickly, by the way, because it's easy once you know what's happening. It's very easy to grasp, actually. So you'll notice this is a very face heavy set of classrooms. Classrooms 3, 4, and 5, and 6 are very face heavy. And that's because faces are the hardest things to learn. So don't you think that if you can learn the hardest thing first, you can go off and do anything afterwards? Yeah, you kind of can. And stage 7, the classroom called Mermaid, I give you an introduction to perspective, which is also a little bit difficult. So you get a good intro there. And it also has an introduction to my favorite way of drawing figures, which is called the quadrant method. And it's for instances when you want to learn how to draw like exactly. So the emphasis on the drawing club overall is to learn to draw what you see without worrying about being perfect and being exact, for sure. And learning how to eyeball things and to observe and draw and record. But there are, in some cases, instances where you just want to be exact. Like if you're drawing the Jetsons cartoon character series, for example, if it looks off, it looks weird. And so there's sometimes when being perfect is preferred. I am not a perfectionist. I don't teach perfectionism. And actually, I actively campaign against it on a daily basis. But the quadrant method is just for those instances when it's just super important to you. And so I think it's important to have a method in case you need it. So I'm going to introduce you to my quadrant method in that last classroom. And again, once you've completed 0 through 7, you can go anywhere into the other clubs. There's over 20 classrooms here in the drawing club that are filled with all sorts of ridiculous and fun and serious things. So I want you to dive bomb around and go wherever you like. Now, if you're new to the drawing club and you don't like rules and you don't want to follow 0 to 7, guess what? You don't have to. You can literally go wherever you want starting from day 1. So depending on your skills, your objectives, your experience, your goals, and just what you want to have, what level of fun or seriousness you want to have during your day, binge accordingly, have fun, and enjoy yourself. Last most important point, I should have started with this. There is no being behind in any of the art clubs here at Awesome Art School. Think of it like Netflix, where you can binge as much as you want, but you can't possibly watch everything. You can't ever catch up. I've been doing this for years and years, so there's no way you can actually get through all the content. Just relax and enjoy. Your journey is unique to you. Everyone learns at their own pace. You might be able to work on an art project for 5 minutes every day. You might only have 5 minutes a week. You might only have 5 minutes a month. Everyone is different. This is not a race. This is totally self-paced. We're all adults. So you do you and do not worry about what anyone else is doing. People have a huge range of abilities, experience, ages coming into this world. Okay, so you do you, but you are not alone if you're starting from scratch. And I got you. Okay, you can always post in the classroom. There's an artist on hand every day that's coming through looking for questions. You can also post in the Facebook group, which is a public group because people come into my world. They're learning through books, my YouTube videos, art clubs, art classes. I have a lot of offerings in a lot of different places, and I only have a one-stop shop community. However, if you use the hashtag FunFab Drawing Club, when you're working on your lessons from the FunFab Drawing Club, we'll know that this is a specific club question so we can see you better. And also, it automatically enters you into the monthly giveaways. And when you are chosen randomly as a winner, it's not based on achievement or anything, just random winners for asking questions and just being a regular member of the community that hopefully you would love to be in anyways. You get to go in my Etsy shop and shoot. Oh, sorry, Sean. Shoot. So Sean was in the way. So rude. You can pick out anything you want from my Etsy shop. Hoodies, tote bags, art books, t-shirts, pencil pouches, anything you want. So we have lots of fun here, and we want you to relax, learn, laugh, and just enjoy yourself. Okay? If you have any questions, you can always email me, or again, shoot a message on Facebook. There's a whole host of team members, Tara, Jeanette, Margot, myself, who are standing by to help you if you need it, okay? So have fun, go at your own pace, go to the supplies classroom, make sure you have a pencil set, Make sure you have some different nibs available for fine liners because you're gonna need those right away. You can go shopping for some markers if you want to, but everything's there in the supply classroom for you. Have the best time in the whole wide world. And welcome to the Fun Fab Drawing Club.